tell us about what you're doing here.
I'm making Anglo-Saxon annular brooches. So you need to say that like 6 times fast.
They're beautiful too, just beautiful.
You know, I was looking for something because I knew it was going to be muddy. So I thought, what can I demo that if it gets muddy I can wash it off? Metal.
Good idea. I like it.
I asked Grendel, because I've been trying to get, there's like 32 different stamps that come with these, you know, historically. And so I've been trying to get stamps that are common to Wessex, the southern part of England. So I asked Grendel to make me a new stamp. So I might have a new stamp. So I'm kind of
How exciting.
Come on. Come out when you needed them. Put it back in there. So yeah, they're kind of a gross thing, but especially the ear spoon part. Because yeah, I always wait for them to pick that up and then I tell you what it is. So nasty.
See, Oklahoma would be as disgusting if they didn't use the word spoon.
Spoon, yeah. Ear and spoon.
Which implies that food is going to go on it.
Yes. Well, and this was so easy to make too, because all I did was I had a piece of wood and I took one of these. So I cut this out and just put it down and put it on the piece of wood and just whacked on it. And it made the nicest little spoon. Because I couldn't figure out quite how I wanted to do that. And then I just decorated them. And the ones that they pulled out of the ground were actually much more decorated than this. So it was probably for some highborn lady. But I've actually used the tweezers when I was in a pinch. I do. Yeah, I just basically a piece of again, Rio Grande. Get all this wonderful brass. Dead soft. And so what I do is I actually work harden it on here. I've got this one that I'm almost ready to go. So I filed it down and taken the hammer and sort of hardened it. Because when you work harden it gets really, really stiff. And so instead of, if you put it on fabric, it won't pull out from the fabric. And so I work harden it except for the end, and then the end is going to be curled around when it's put in. So I've got 2 of these that I'm working on. So once I'm done, put it in there, curl the end, keep it in there, and then voila. I mean, yeah, they look complicated, but they just are so not.
And this one?
This one, yeah, this one is a little more complicated.
2 different ones?
It is. Well, it's actually 3 different kinds of metals. There's the boule, which are the bubbles or the bosses, and that's basically from these little bits. I've made smaller ones that are soldered onto this piece of silver right here, and then the piece of silver is actually riveted. Let me get this off of here. The piece of silver is actually riveted with little tiny rivets, basically little nails, onto the brass.
How do you rivet?
What I do is I drill a hole that's approximately the same size as whatever piece of wire I'm using into both sides, and then I stick a piece of wire in there and cut it so that's just ever so slightly smaller or bigger than the 2 pieces, and then I hammer it down. I love the hammering. There's lots of hammering in my world. So basically it's literally like hammering 2 things together, nailing them together with another piece of wire, and it's really, really strong. You have to literally drill these out to get them back out, because they will compress as you hammer them, and so it's a cold connection technique that I'm in love with.
And the stones on them, you didn't use super glue, did you?
No, they're just beads that I wired on. So it's on a piece of wire, and then I went ahead and used some wire to pull it down, couch it on there. And those are coral. They should be garnet, but I couldn't afford the garnet. Garnet's pretty expensive.
Do you have a card?
I don't. You know, people have asked me that. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, I'll demo this, and I didn't even think about it.
Dragonslaire?
No, the card.
Oh.
I don't think about those things.
Do you have a pamphlet?
I don't. I know.
Do you have a website?
I do have a website, but it has nothing to do with this, unfortunately. I run a website called The Renaissance Tailor, and it doesn't have any of my metalsmithing on it. It's all mostly about costuming and history of costuming and things like that. This is easier to demo in the mud than costuming.
And more fun.
And more fun, yeah. Because like I said,
I can remember all of this.
Oh, if you want, why don't you go ahead and take this? I can get it off here for you, because this will get you to the website.
to work on those angles. We'll take one of these pieces I've got here in the... We were looking at it a little earlier. So I've got this piece stock, and I've already got it really close. There we go. It's a small thin piece, so we can talk about it. So as you can see, you got this flat edge here, right? We're going to pretend it's got the hollow out already. It's a bit too thin for that, so I'm looking at something else anyway. And what I'll do is, I've got 2 gauges.
Okay, we're not too far. We're there's a forest cooler and we're at the woodworker.
I like that. Is that just like
In Europe, you're only talking fava beans, being called the horse bean, which is very closely related to the fava bean. And there was a squash. The rest of it was it's amazing how much of the American diet is
Spices.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the ingredients of this meatball is just lamb and egg and grains of paradise, ginger and cloves. And it's going to get fried up, deep fried in a batter with parsley in it. And I cannot wait to try it. I haven't had them yet.
Sounds absolutely delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I am very excited.
So you're the Dragonslaire Culinary Guild, correct?
Yes, I'm actually just a guest for today. But she's helping a lot. I love cooking and I love helping out. But Morgan is one of those members, and I believe that's a guild mistress right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a selection. I'm using a spoon. I usually use my hands and they get over the face.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Maybe we'll check back later and see how they look.
You should. We've got lots of wonderful things today. You'll be shocked at how absolutely delicious period cooking is.
Thank you so much.